What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, a fantastic afternoon, a fantastic pre-noon, no matter where you are in the world. I'm Hasan Piker, and this is the HasanAbi broadcast coming to you live from sunny California, Los Angeles, folks. We're live and alive, and I hope all the boys, I hope all the girls, and I hope all the MBs are having a fantastic one, because today is a special day. Today's a beautiful day. We're live and alive on this wonderful Thursday. That's right, it's Thursday, August 3rd, 2023, 1:36 p.m. And he's done it again, folks. He's done it again, folks. The one time. Shouts out to the one time, the three-time, the triple-time champion. Absolute ledge. Absolute incredible legend. We are going to talk about that in a brief moment. This is part of the broadcast where I tell you a little bit about my personal news, but before I dive into that, you might be like, Hasan, why are you wearing a fucking suit jacket? It's 80 degrees. It's because I have a dedication to the goddamn bit, but unfortunately, because Donald Trump has been arraigned and arrested one more time, folks, I'm Hank Piker, and I'm here to tell you exactly how that's going to happen. Wow. It's a bit of a musical intro here, you know what I mean? Guitar solo time. You guys noticed I did the chili dog move? Fans of chili dog know. Drinking your beer and then using it to do the shred. That's a chili dog move. Certified. NOLA hero. You know what I'm saying? That's right. Louisiana's very own. Patriots rise up. Belt buckle and all. Lamau, you're a bonehead. I don't know what you're talking about, brother. I'm a free bird. Just like Donald Trump is a free bird. This is part of the broadcast where I tell you a little bit about my personal news, about what's going on in my life, and there's a lot to talk about. Because in between the time period where I press the stop streaming button and press the start streaming button, a lot happened in the world. But you can't deny I got that commitment to the bit, baby. Anyway, first and foremost, yesterday I was in New York, and today I'm not. Today I'm in Los Angeles, California. You might be saying, Hasan, how is that possible? Did you teleport? And to that I answer, yes, I did. I have figured out teleportation. No, of course not, but here is what has occurred in my life. Yesterday, I ended the broadcast at OS New York City. Shouts out to those guys over there. That's wonderful. They're very helpful every time I'm in New York. They set a stream setup for me. They save it for me so I can actually do it. Yesterday, after I ended the broadcast, I did something. I did something that was objectively terrifying. I did something that was a betrayal of my principles. I did something that I did not want to do. I did something that I was pressured, peer pressured by my brother into doing. A lot of people in the chat are speculating, and I think it's time to come clean. Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday, after the broadcast ended, I made my way over to the western seafront. Well, the riverfront in New York City. Because my brother, who had booked our travel accommodations, had sneakily snuck in a free, that's right, complimentary helicopter ride to John Fitzgerald Kennedy Airport. That's right. Apparently, this is something that you can get. But because it allowed me to stream 1 extra hour, rather than sit in traffic, I said, I don't want to do it. I think it's absolutely terrifying. I don't want to do it because it's a betrayal of my principles and my values. I bit the bullet. And I got on a motherfucking blade with like 3 random strangers, a helicopter pilot, and Marat Piker. It was free. Which I thought was probably even worse. Because, like, who the fuck's out there giving free helicopter rides? Immediately, my mind went to Pinochet. I thought to myself, this is absolutely ridiculous. So I did that. I got on it. And for 7 uninterrupted minutes, looking over New York City, Brooklyn, and New Jersey, including the Statue of Liberty, I was fucking terrified. That's right. Absolutely idiotic and completely unacceptable mode of transportation, folks. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. It takes you 7 minutes to go from Blade West to JFK, and it was the dumbest and scariest, most idiotic experience and a mode of transportation on the planet. I know Bill Burr's a big helicopter guy, but holy fucking moly, dude, that shit is so dumb, absolutely so dumb. What I did not mention to any of you, because I was genuinely fearful, was all of the research that I did prior. Now, of course, you guys remember, fans of the show, old heads know, I've done a helicopter stun lock on this broadcast before. I have spent, I think, like 6 hours total on a helicopter stun lock about how terrifying helicopters are, how dangerous helicopters are. And that was definitely the real world. That was happening in the real world as well. At least you got to experience it. I will never experience it ever again, because the entire time, first of all, as soon as I arrived at like the helicopter pad terminal blade area, whatever, immediately I was like, all right, there's alcohol. They're serving you alcohol there. And I was like, I hope the fucking pilot's not using it. You sold out, hypocrite. Yes, I did. I downed a double Macallan. Everyone was making fun of me. Everyone was like, why the fuck are you so scared? I'm like, have you seen this? Did you guys know in 2019 a helicopter crashed into a building in New York and there were no survivors? Did you know that a Blade helicopter accidentally had to do an emergency landing in the Hudson? Did you know that? Exactly. It's not even just that like Kobe, but like, my principle is basically, if it happens to Kobe, then it can happen to anybody. Okay? Airplanes crash all the time too. Yeah, statistically speaking, air travel with a commercial airliner is like insurmountably better and safer than car travel, and significantly safer than helicopter travel. You can make the argument that helicopter travel is safer than car travel, statistically speaking, but it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter because it's infinitely less safe than a fucking airplane. Okay? Commercial flights. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Helicopters have a 35% higher risk of crashing compared to airplanes. Yeah, you also got there instantly though. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's not worth it. I genuinely am telling you, it's not worth it. There was a 2018 New York City helicopter crash where 5 died. Yeah, I was looking up all the helicopter crashes that happened in New York City. I was also looking up like helicopter fatality likelihood. Just absolutely terrifying. Like absolutely terrifying stuff. Why would you do that? I mean, why would I do that? Because it's like a thing that I have legitimate fears over, and I think those legitimate fears are actually legitimate. It's not even like a fucking phobia. And I have no issue flying with an airplane. Like I do not fear airplanes at all. I have no fears with airplanes. But I think I freaked myself out. I was like, oh my God, it's going to be like socialist hypocrite gets on a helicopter and dies. I was like thinking in my mind, everyone's going to celebrate my death when I die in a fucking fiery crash in a goddamn helicopter. But as always, regardless of my anxiety, I bit the bullet. I think I made it legitimately worse because like it was free. Because like why the fuck are they giving this shit out? You know what I mean? Like this is one of those things where like it's supposed to be like super expensive, right? Like the fact that it was also a complimentary service made it so much more suspicious. Like what's the fucking catch here? Like, oh, well, it was free, so they died, but who cares? Like what is the ulterior motive? Anyway, but you know, so many people, it's also wild. There's so many people that have had experiences with helicopters and be like, yeah, you know, I had the opportunity to get on like a helicopter when I was working staff for a festival, and then my fucking and I refused to do so because I was terrified, and then the helicopter crashed. Like literally, the helicopter I was supposed to be on. There's so many people that have stories like this that it's just like terrifying. Normally, it's $195, which isn't even what? It's $195 only? There is no fucking. Now that I know how much it costs, that makes it worse. That makes it so much worse. Oh my Lord, look at this. It literally is. Oh my God. Bro, the margins don't add up. That's an Uber, dog. That's how much you spend on an Uber in New York. Dude, I'll show you Murat's fucking face. That basically shows the situation at hand. Hold on. You guys already, I posted my reaction at first on Instagram, and then I was like, I'm gonna talk about it on stream as a surprise. So I deleted it. But of course, even though it was up for like 3 seconds, y'all grabbed it. Does anyone have the Murat or response? Because he was so happy. He literally sat in the front seat, which is the scariest seat. Okay. There are usually pilots trying to collect flight hours. They're basically subsidizing the rides. Dude, that is terrifying. Brother, last time I went to New York and took an Uber from New York City to JFK, it was literally $130. Yeah, no, it's unacceptable. It's actually fucking unacceptable. Murat's sitting in the front. Look at his fucking face. Look at his goddamn face throughout the entire experience. You look so scared? Yeah, I am scared. I am. I looked at my fucking resting heart rate and it was like 120 beats per minute because I was so fucking scared. They're on Groupon, brother. No fucking shot. This is what I'm saying. Dude, you're definitely dying. Okay? Like, now that I know, bro, now that I know that helicopter rides are so fucking, like, infinitely cheaper than you would expect, there is 0% chance. Bro, imagine getting a fucking helicopter ride from Groupon. Are you crazy? Are you fucking joking? I mean, technically, mine was free, which is even worse. Now that I found out that the going rate for this is $195, it makes me feel even less safe, because it's like, at least if it was like $1,000 or something, a ride, and I got it for free, it's like there's an element, there's an air of safety associated with that, because like they're not gonna kill someone that's like spending $1,000 for a 7-minute trip. You know what I mean? How are you not more mad at Murat? I am, but ultimately I didn't die. I think that's the reason why I'm not as mad at Murat. I shouldn't have trusted him, because after I heard what he had to say about the Titanic sub, if you recall, you were there. You know what his takes are on, like, you know, experimental things. Like, he's fucking a psycho. To be fair, the submersible trip was $250,000. Why was it free? I think it's like with JetBlue. Murat booked the tickets. I don't fucking know. But I think like when you get JetBlue Mint on JFK, they give you a free helicopter ride, I guess. Which I'm surprised. How do you make the margins on that? Well, I guess because it's like $195. I don't know. JetBlue rocks? Fuck no, it doesn't. It was actually not great. First of all, the amount of HasanAbi heads on my fucking flight was insane. Gotta say that. First, like, shouts out to all the HasanAbi heads I see in the wild. I've realized, like, maybe it's not great that I have a, oh, come up to me at any given moment and I'll take photos with you principle. Because some of you do exhaust that principle. Like, for example, when I'm playing Yakuza Kiwami 2, and this dude came up to me while I'm in the final boss fight. The final boss fight. And there's a QTE that you can't fail in the final boss fight, okay? Because if you beat his ass and then fail the one QTE at the final boss fight, it doesn't matter, you die. You automatically die. This motherfucker comes up to me asking for a goddamn photo and makes me fail the fucking QTE. I was like, oh, dude. He's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I was like, dude, you couldn't have waited. Look at me. I'm doing something serious. You can't even pause it either. You can't pause it. Anyway, like 4 or 5 HasanAbi heads in a row were like, oh shit, what's up? Like, you know, coming onto the airplane, like when we were boarding. And then 2 of them actually mustered up the courage to come up to me mid-flight to take photos, which the stewardesses did not appreciate. But yeah. How did you like the Majima story? I almost cried. It was so good. So yeah, I finished Yakuza Kiwami 2 finally. This is another reason why you should game on stream. Yeah. Ask Gaben to add support for Yakuza 5 to the Steam Deck. I mean, 3 and 4 are also not exactly fully supported either, from what I understand. Anyway, it was great. Kiwami 2 was awesome. I finished it. Fucking incredible. There were definitely, like, God, Japanese games are so into exposition, it's wild. Like, there were certainly moments in the game where I was just like, all right, dog, move this goddamn story along. Come on. You worked out knots I've had for 18 years. Yeah, that was such a beautiful It sounds so corny when you think about it, but that line was incredible, dude. Especially because I played 0, 1, and then 2. So I played it like sequentially. It was so good. The QTE for Yakuza is pretty simple. You suck. I mean, you try to be high and mighty about taking pics, but you're never that mighty about top of the hour segues. Fuck you. Oh, god damn it. It's the first of the day, man. Let me fucking live. I haven't even blasted off yet, you asshole. That's actually fucked up. Where was I? What was I talking about? Crazy to think in October you slept on the game. Yeah, I did. Yeah. October 2020, I played Yakuza 0 for like a couple streams and immediately dropped it. But also, this is probably the reason why I dropped it. 9,000 average viewers, 12,000 peak viewers. Are you kidding me? Bro said it was too much reading. I mean, it was, but it's incredible to play on your own. But it's too much reading for stream. Did you go on TAFs? I did not. I didn't have time. Yeah, by the way, I came home and I spent most of my time with Kaya, who was actually very excited to see me. Maybe she missed me this time. You know, every time I'm away from Kaya and I come back to her, she's just like better and better. And then this morning we had a leftovers episode where Ethan and I had like slight disagreements on IP, reactions, that sort of stuff, which I'm sure certainly will not be overblown by fans of either community and also other people that are loosely associated that will make mincemeat out of the conversation that took place, because God forbid two people who like one another who can have an honest conversation in public and have like subtle and slight disagreements, even if they overall agree on most of the issues. Surely it won't be fucking crazy. Surely it won't turn into a massive controversy or whatever. Y'all are the worst. Okay? But also the best. I love that shit.